Leslie on the beat.
Hey model train fans, and welcome back to the Cascade Crossing and N-Scale. I know it has been a super long time since I've had a layout update, close to 2 months, and my apologies for waiting so darn long. I have been super busy on the layout in the last 2 months, however. There are so many new additions, it's going to blow your mind. I'll just list off a few to start. First off, to begin, I finally completed the inner reversing loop, and that is fully wired up to an AR1. When we go into first person view, I'll show you what I've done so far with that. And then also the newest addition being my yard extension, my swing gate, and then also a Fremon or Fremo N-Scale reversing loop that's just below you underneath the camera. And I'll go into first person view and kind of explain how that works and how it's going to plug into my layout, and then also plug into the Fremon modules as well. So once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me yet again on another layout update. I know it has been far too long, and let's go ahead and get started on the layout update. Thanks again. Down here, I decided to get rid of the third track line, and I turned this into an interchange. And the way I have it wired up, especially when you come into JMRI or Panel Pro here, is there's only one way in and one way out. If you're coming from the north and you're going north towards Spokane, you're going to flip the switch and it'll run it through into the reversing loop. Then of course we change that out, and then it's going to come back out the same way it came in. Now when you're heading south towards Eugene, coming from the main line, it'll switch it down and down towards Eugene, which is basically going to be all hidden until it goes into the yard out here. Now that yard is going to extend all the way across the wall, and it's going to go into my Fremont reverse loop that I designed here. Now this breaks into 5 pieces. 5 pieces with the throat module that'll connect to the Fremont spot, and then also the reverse loop that will connect to my yard. So that'll be a great extension to that. The next thing, of course, is my swing gate here. I just installed this hydraulic, if you will, just to kind of keep it some pressure on it, I suppose. I'm not too sure if I like it or not, but let's go ahead and give that a close. And that'll be the swing gate that comes into my yard. Forgive the mess, but that's kind of the idea. And then I have a plan here as well on what my plan is. The Fremont reverse loop is going to be a 3-track reversing loop. Now here's the throat module. That's the piece that's sitting up here right now. That will connect when I go into Fremont. When I take it to the clubs, it'll snap right into the Fremont group and then go straight into my reverse loop. Now, of course, the reverse loop, you take the throat off, and then it'll connect right into my layout. And this is just a rough idea. I'm not too sure exactly what I plan on doing with it yet, but kind of a rough definition of what I plan on doing. Also got some new additions as far as some of the units. I don't know if you saw my Pepsi cans, if you will. When I was a young boy in the world, my dad would take me on my first train ride. And when I was about 11, 12 years old, I rode on the Amtrak Empire Builder from Ephrata, Washington to Seattle. And that had 3 F40s because it was wintertime. And about the same train, except maybe not the lounge car, but pretty close to the same one. And plus I put those Cato passenger light kits in them. I am not too thrilled with it. I plan on nipping those out and then probably putting some capacitors in it and then running it through there. That way we get the flicker free. Boy, that's a tongue twister. So that's kind of a new addition. Also, let's see here, track work on the hidden part. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. The outer track is what connects the interchange here. That's going to run to the yard and the Fremont loop. And then, of course, this one going here is to the reversing loop, which runs in and then back out. So I have operations all the way around the layout. And that'll make it to where we have a full run up north, and then a full run down south, and then turnarounds. So that'll make for some really realistic kind of operations, sort of more rail fanning, if you will. Watch this bad boy cruise on by. Gosh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Alright, a short and sweet update. As soon as more goes on, hopefully I'll get some scenery going up in this one area here. I'm not too sure when that's going to happen. But most of it's been wiring and just being patient on the stuff I can get. I can't buy a bunch at a time, but when I can buy, I do get what I can get. And a lot of it's just building stuff right now. And so, anyways, I'd like to thank you guys again for checking out a layout update. I know it's been quite some time. And happy to get another video out. I know it's been a while, and I'm hoping that you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you again on a further update. Thanks for watching.